We often drive or walk the same routes to work or school or the park without really thinking about the name of the streets we're traveling on. Make a left at the school. Make a right at the third stop sign. Turn left after the train tracks. What if we stopped for a minute to look up at that street sign and thought about the person for whom that street was named? What kind of person gets a street named after her? Who leads the kind of life that impacts so many people that it needs to be memorialized on maps and handwritten directions forevermore? Mrs. Thomasina McPherson led such a life. Her work and advocacy for the people of this community left a lasting legacy, not only in the Accoby neighborhood, but in all of North Charleston and throughout the state of South Carolina. Her son, Mr. Joseph McPherson, visited with us to help us understand the impact and importance of his mother's role in this community.
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And to treat people the way you want to be treated. Don't leave no one behind. It's so many things that my mom's the example that she set, being a strict disciplinarian and being able to relate to people and to get things done was, through understanding the scriptures in her life, being in the church all her life and helping people. And it wasn't about her. I can remember Mom's teaching adult education for the community at our little small church, at the community center, doing homebound students who weren't able to come to school. She would go in their house, and not only did she teach reading, writing, and arithmetic, she taught life living. Teachers back then, and some now, cared about these students, the learning, and how you carry yourself. All of her children at the time, her grandchildren, she worked on with the Democratic Party to be poll workers. I was a poll manager right here at Mary Ford. And it's funny because back then, she couldn't be a member of the NAACP. She would have gotten fired. But she was still working under the system and knowing all the politicians around. My mom was instrumental in paving the sidewalks, getting some of the streets paved in Accoby. The list is so long. Working with the recreation department, she used to have the center right here on Mary Ford grounds that she was over the activities that go arts and craft in the summer, open the center, basketball, ping pong, bingo, games for little kids. That I didn't know how my mom's did it. Her faith in God would say, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. And that was her thing, her Christian belief. And with the for advocacy for civil rights, it wasn't just for blacks. She advocated to anyone she come in contact with to be the best that you can be, do the best that you can do. And she was a strict disciplinarian. You didn't get the point one time, she would come at you again with it. That's what faith in God will do.
I think as a community, we can continue the legacy by pushing education. Education was a big deal to her. So making sure children are going to school and doing their best, trying to get the best resources they can to help them to succeed. Also, letting them know that there's a world outside of the community that they live in, letting them see that they have opportunities, the sky is the limit. And also, I would say, talking about politics. It doesn't matter what party you're a part of, but getting out there and telling them or teaching them the importance of your voice matters, your vote matters. So going out there and doing your work, getting involved in the community, and also faith, having that strong Christian background. Not saying that you have to believe in one thing in particular, but to believe in a higher power, a higher being, and being involved.
Stay with the Lord, children, and everything will what?
Be all right.
Faith, family, and servant leadership. As we've seen, Mrs. Thomasina McPherson's legacy goes far beyond just this one street. She worked diligently to register all residents of Accoby to vote so their voices could be heard. She taught students in her classroom at Mary Ford, adult education at night, homebound students in their homes, and developed summer programs so children could learn and grow. She was a spiritual counselor, friend, mother, and grandmother, and will not be forgotten. Her legacy continues.